Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I got my parts for a go-kart that Karsen, one of the cousins, gave me. And, hold on, okay. I got split sprocket and everything I needed. So we're getting ready to go over there and get that going. But first, for now I'm just gonna throw my mini bike motor on it. But we are getting ready to go over there, like I said. And the jet I had in my mini bike motor is too big, and I don't know where the rest of the jets that I bought went. There was a whole bag of them, just disappeared. But so I threw the stock jet back in it, but I also found a carb that was a little nicer, so I went and threw that on there. However, when I started it up, it would not run as nice. It would idle and then shut off, and you couldn't rev it up at all. So what I was thinking is maybe that it was the oil that was too high, or there was too much oil in it. So I drained a little bit out, and we're going to try it again now. Okay. All right, here we go. That's funky. So yeah, that's what it's doing. I'm not sure why, but I am going to keep messing with it and try and figure it out. I'll let you know if I figure anything out. Alright, so I started thinking, and, well, I thought it runs fine when it's on choke, and when you turn it off choke, it'll run for a minute or two. But when you give it any gas whatsoever, it just dies. So I'm wondering, and I guess that wouldn't make much sense, but I'm gonna check the coil, change the coil out for another one, and see if that's the problem. I'd be surprised if it is, but we're gonna try it anyway. Alright, so instead of changing the coil and pulling all that apart, what I'm gonna try first is I'm just gonna try and, because I have a 224 as well, and I should be uploading a video on that soon, maybe, I don't know. But I don't know what it was, but every time you would start it, it would sit there and idle, but anytime you gave it gas, it would die. And I have a slight feeling that the carb I grabbed, because for some reason it's the only one I can find too, is the one that was off that 224. So I'm going to take the jet out of this carb and throw it in the carb I had on, because it won't run very great without it. And I'm going to try that before I swap the coils out. I will do that real quick and update you. Yay! Still working on the fucking motor. It's alright. Gives me more content. Broken. Being funny. That's new. I put a new thing in it, so it springs back on its own now. That's great. Also, open flywheel. That's fine. Alright, so I swapped the jets, but I also swapped this. I don't know exactly what that is, the throttle plate and stuff. Swapped that over because the old one here didn't have a spring on it, but the new one does. So I swapped that on, and so now it springs back on its own, which is very nice. And threw it all back together. I also put the fuel shut-off lever on this one because that was broken off as well. So we're going to try and start it again and see what happens this time. This should run fine. If it doesn't, I don't know. Something's goofy. But, we'll give it a shot here. Alright. Also, the header is custom made by me. Turn the gas on. Get out the way. Well, you know, start. That's on. Oh. Half choke. Full choke. Still doing it. I'm gonna let it warm up, or try and get it warm and see if it's still doing it. But if something changes, I'll let you guys know. Alright, so it's warm, but it like I can sit here and I'll sit here and idle just fine. All of a sudden it'll just die. So 2 things, I'm gonna check this, and if you give it gas, any gas at all, it just dies instantly. I'm gonna take this shut off out because I think that might be blocking some of the gas from getting in. But I'm also gonna check that coil, I believe. So I'll let you guys know. Alright, all I did was swap out the valve there. So let's give her a shot again. I guess that's fine. Yep, I'm thinking it's the coil. Because it's runs fine there, as you can hear, and then it just dies. So, guess we'll swap it out. Well, guys, I've swapped the coil, redid the valves, like the, I forget what it's called, clearance or whatever, but it still doesn't want to run very good. I'm unsure of why. I'll show you guys. It'll do that, but then it just dies. I don't know what's going on with it. So we're gonna leave the motor alone for now. We're gonna go work on the go-kart. I will see you at the go-kart. Alright, we're going to check one last thing, and that is if I'm going to see and make sure that my cam gear is in time with my, or it's, in the right spot. So I'm going to crack this open, check all that, and see what happens, I guess, because I threw the jet that was in it back in it, and it's still not running good at all. It won't even start now, but yeah, we'll check that. Alright guys, so I checked the cam timing and stuff, and it was fine, but I pulled the cam out and the lifters and push rods fell, so I'm just gonna call it for today on the motor. But we're still gonna throw the sprocket and everything on the go-kart. So I will see you over at the go-kart. Alright, we are at the go-kart. I'm just making sure that this sprocket hub fits the sprocket because we didn't know where the sprocket hub came from. It just came with the go-kart. So. And then realized, oh, it's split sprocket, so or just split sprocket for it once. Couldn't give it to it. And now we're just together. Oops. Wasn't me. This is a 48 tooth, 40 chain, and it's all aluminum, actually. It's kind of neat. So yeah, after I get this all on here, all we gotta do is get it on the axle, which is fun. Especially since I'm not entirely sure how those wheels come off. I'll show you go-kart in a second. Well, I got another go-kart here. And it has, yeah, it's got full suspension. And my cousin, or the guy that had it before we got it, it's my cousin's, it's Anthony's. But the guy that had it before us, I'll show you real quick. Guy that had it before us went ahead and put a Ninja 250 street bike motor on it. And it's straight pipe, which is, where'd they go? Oh, they're down there. Straight pipe. But, yeah, the wiring was a little messed up here, so we gotta rewire the kill switch on it. There it is. But here's my go-kart. I made that seat. It's kind of nice. And had I known that this motor didn't actually need anything but a clutch and probably gas and maybe a little tune-up, I probably would have brought the clutch for it. But, you know, I'm a little different, so I'm gonna see what we can do. Try and drop this axle and get these wheels off. I don't know if I got a wrench that I can fit on there here or not, but we'll give her a shot. All right. Well, she's on her side now. A little easier to work on. All right. Got the old wheel off. But then I discovered this brake disc is pressed on there, but it's in the spot it needs to be, so I'm not gonna move it. So we're just gonna pull that wheel off. Yeah. Actually, we might have to drop the whole thing. Oh, that's welded. I'm not sure if that's good or not. But, yep. There's the old wheel. She's still holding wind somehow. We don't look at the rim. We just, that's why it's on the inside. That's why the old, it's spray painted on the outside. So you ain't got to worry about the inside. But throw that nut back on, get that side off, and catch you in a minute. Alright, so I had to go take care of some stuff. And, well, I just so happened to be around my house, so I stopped and grabbed the clutch for this go-kart. And I grabbed the chain, and I also grabbed another gas tank with a fuel line on it. So, I don't know what I'm going to get done tonight, but I'm at least going to get this clutch on here, and hopefully tomorrow we'll have it running. But I don't know. I'll wait as late as I can tonight. But, yeah. Alrighty. Alright, guys. It's getting pretty late, but still going here. I've got the sprocket on the go-kart. You can see the little silver right there. That nut was a pain to get off, but I got gas tank and fuel line on this. Shh. Hey, quiet. I've got to fix that, just tighten it down pretty much. Throw the air box on it. Throttle, I'm going to have to swap this one out for the one on my mini bike because it's already set out for all that, and this is missing a bunch of parts. It's just not worth it. And then I'm going to do my little special thing that goes with my throttle. But I think I'm going to get this set there, see if I have any gas around here that I can throw in there and see if this thing will run. And then, even if I don't get it to run, I'm gonna throw it on the go-kart and get the chain set up and sprocket all ready to go. So, peace. We getting places. That runs. I need to clean the carb, but it runs. Revs up good. Other than it's a little funky because carb needs cleaned. But got that stupid thing off. Gay. But that runs. There's no strange sounds. Only thing I might need is more spacer for that wheel because it moves in and out. But line the sprocket and maybe throw a chain on it and go. Okay, we're back with the go-kart again. Different day. Got that motor running. It runs. I went and got gas this morning. But it runs. It's a little goofy. I need to clean the carb, but it does run and rev up. Shush! I need to line the sprocket more. Still. I got that weird car seat thing off there. I'm gonna mount that eventually. But, yeah. We need to figure out throttle cable and stuff, but I might do that later today. I don't know. We'll find out.